Hey everybody, Michael Nelson here with the Cogent Consulting Group. Welcome to the next in the series about small business marketing and how to do it yourself. So in this video, we're going to talk about marketing to local customers online. A little bit of why and some interesting numbers about it, and then some how-to and steps that you can start taking right now to make sure that your business is found by the people that are looking for you. All right. So, sticking with the triangle theme of this series, we're going to do a local online marketing triangle. Might cut down on the annoying graphics as well, but for now they're here. So, you have your local website. This is your business website. This is one of the parts of the triangle, and it needs to be optimized not only for your business, but you need to consider the keywords for your business and what those words are and how many times they appear on the page and what your page names are. So for instance, mysite.com backslash, dentist or something to that effect, whatever it is. And you need to think of these things not in terms of what you do as much as who you are. That's what the website's looking for. A lot of people will spam, internet marketing as opposed to internet marketing agency. In local searches, when they're trying to find businesses or trying to deliver businesses as a search result, that's what Google's looking for, is that agency. The next component are your local sites, and we'll get to what those are in a minute. And then you have tertiary sites, and I'll also go through a list of those. And when all of those are firing on all cylinders, what you're going to have are prospects who are going to call you, visit your store, click your offers, and turn into customers. And it's going to help your current customers turn into repeat customers as well. So starting with your local sites, what are they? Here's where we're talking about Google Plus Local, which used to be until a couple weeks ago Google Places, Yelp, Bing, City Search, Insider Pages, anywhere where you have a local search engine that is aggregating business results and putting them out there, allowing people to comment on them, to rank them, to give their experiences about them. These are all your local sites, and they're almost always free. There are some paid ones, but you don't need the paid ones because the free ones can do enough for you that you'll have plenty of business. In the tertiary sites, you have places like YouTube, Flickr, MetaCafe, Panoramio, blogs. And you notice the first four on the list, they're just a sampling. They're video sites and they're picture sites. And when you put a video up, when you put a picture up, you have the opportunity to tag, which is essentially labeling it in the language that the internet understands and search engines find. So that gives you an opportunity to put a picture up of your business and then label it with one of your keywords and a location. It'll let you put a movie up about a topic and describe it in the same way so that it helps you with your marketing. Now, once you have all these up, that's great. You're going to be really well along the way of bringing in a lot more traffic. But the key is, these more fascinating graphics, I'm like a little kid with these things, is bringing all of these things together. Now, independently, they're fine, and they're each going to do a bit, but when you start referencing amongst these three, amongst all the local sites, the tertiary sites, and your web page, when your pictures on one site reference back to another and vice versa, you're creating this really strong web and stir that Google as a search engine is going to find, say, hey, this is a really credible site, and it's going to present you higher up in the search results, both for your website and for your local sites. And we'll talk a little bit about those searches in a second. So this is the premise behind your local online marketing triangle as I execute it, and making sure everything works together so it's synergistic. I was a consultant in a previous lifetime, so I have to talk about leveraging your synergy. But all of these things work together to help you produce the outcome you're looking for. Okay, so why does it matter? Why does local online marketing matter? So here's some interesting statistics that I thought I'd bring out. Over 40% of all internet searches right now are for local businesses. They're for people who hurt their back and they're trying to find a chiropractor. They're for people who just moved somewhere, need to find a dentist. They're for people that are looking for childcare. Whatever it is, these are people that are looking for local businesses. 80% of all mobile searches are for local businesses. So these are your people running around with smartphones. They're the people with the iPads and other devices that have mobile connectivity who are sitting in Starbucks. When they're looking for mobile searches, when they're doing their mobile searches, 80% of the time they're looking for a business. They're out and about, they're trying to find something, they go to their smartphone, their device, and they try and find that business. 61% of searches for local businesses end up in a purchase. So when these people look, they're serious. They're looking to buy and they're actually going to follow through. 82%, looks like I missed my line there, but 82% of local searches follow up with a store visit, a phone call, or a purchase. And especially in the mobile area, they're going to find a business and they're either going to click on it right when they find it, which will dial the number for them, or they're going to head over to the store and they're going to get what it was they're looking for, or start engaging with you and finding out how they can become a customer and what problems you can solve for them. So mobile online marketing and online marketing in general are huge, and your customers are out there looking. Here's another thing I found interesting. Over 88 million U.S. adults. So if there's 300 million Americans or something along those lines, you're roughly talking probably over half of adults have used an online coupon for a purchase, either online or offline. So they go to a website, they find a coupon, they buy online, they print it out, they come in and they buy that way too. So these local searches coupled with a coupon now become a really powerful incentive for people to find you and buy. And the last piece, these people are finding businesses. And if they're not finding yours, they're finding your competitors. So don't waste any time, don't mess around. Someone's out there doing this, someone's getting these customers. Again, why does it matter? Here's a little bit more interesting information that I found. Some sites don't create business websites. They let the business come and find them and go to the directory and set up a website. And it's free most of the time. Google, on the other hand, goes and searches all of those directories, searches everything it can find for businesses. They look at business names, addresses, any information they can find. They'll go to other sites and mine those. And if they can't figure out what category you're in by reading the other sites where you've listed it, they'll try and guess by your name, etc. But they put those sites up. And when you search, if people find your site and you haven't claimed it, it still shows up, but it looks like a skeleton. And for someone searching, they don't know whether you set that site up and you just haven't filled anything in. It's got one of those under construction type website messages that used to be all over the place in their minds. But it's still sitting there, and they're free. So go and claim this. 70% of all of the local business pages that Google has created are still unclaimed. That means only, obviously 30% are claimed. That means get in there right now, and you're going to have a better chance of getting some of those customers we just talked about. Here's another piece. 80% of business for companies that have a storefront or serve local customers, whether it's out of your home or you go to a client site, whatever it is, 80% of those customers come from a 5-mile radius of that business location. And Google knows this as well. So if someone's on a mobile phone and they search, Google knows where they are typically, because they can either track and triangulate cell phone signals, or you have a GPS in your phone, or if you're looking at maps, you know where you are, and so does Google, and it will present search results within that 5-mile radius. And this is really important because now it's saying that 80% of your business comes from this area, and not only that, but Google is going to emphasize your results in those search results if you're in there and if you have everything optimized. And that's not to say if you're 5.1 miles away, it doesn't give you anything. It just gives you a stronger bump if it's within that distance. So I'm keeping it quick today. Yesterday was supposed to be 5 minutes, it ended up 17. So I'm going to be a little bit brisker. Here's some quick action steps. So, like I say, knowledge is great, but unless you do something with it, it's worthless. Don't buy programs, set them on your shelf, and have them gather dust. Unless you do something, it doesn't matter. So start today. Sign up for your local sites if you haven't already. Go back to the slide. You can just go back in the movie and look at those different sites, the Yelp, the Insider Pages, etc. Sign your business up for all of those. Link those local sites to your business site and vice versa. And reference those local sites on your social media accounts like Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. You can go to Dig and Reddit and StumbleUpon and some of those other things, Pinterest. There's a ton of social media out there right now. They're all free to sign up for. Sign up for an account, put some descriptive language about your business there, and start posting comments and helpful things and reference back to your site. And Google sees that as a search engine, and it gives you higher ranking because of it. Ask your delighted customers to write reviews on your local sites. They can go to your sites on their accounts. Google, if you have a Google account, you can go and rank and review any Google business that's out there that you find. And you'll find sites that are unclaimed that have 5, 6, 7, 10 great reviews on them. People have gone to these sites that the owner doesn't even know exist and have made great comments about them. Don't let that go to waste. And I say delighted customers. Don't ask all your customers, because some of them aren't going to be happy with you. And they're free to go and comment on your site, but you don't want to encourage that necessarily. And if you do find someone with a negative comment on your site, that's not really a bad thing. That gives you a lot of insight about your business, and you can reply. So you can, right there in front of everyone else, make this unhappy customer a delighted customer. And that is even more powerful than a positive review in a lot of ways. And then establish accounts on those tertiary sites that I talked about. Post pictures, post movies, link those in the text back to your website, to your local accounts, etc. Get on these things today. These are things you can do yourself. Obviously, there's a lot more to this, but these are things that you can start to get going where you'll be far ahead of where you were today. So again, I'm Michael Nelson with the Cogent Consulting Group, your experts in small business marketing and growth. We're in the Washington, D.C. area, but we serve clients worldwide. We've helped people in Wales, Australia. We get a lot of hits from the Philippines and Indonesia for some reason. We've worked with people in Canada, across the world. Because a lot of this is exactly the same when you start talking about search engines and when you talk marketing and the psychology of marketing and how to structure a business. So give us a shout today. I'd be delighted to help you with whatever it is you need help, whether it's growing your business, creating a business foundation, etc. But anyway, get on those action steps, fire those up today, and start raking in some of those local customers that your competitors are getting right now. Have a great day.